Yeah, so what we got here is about 4 pecan chunks, and we're gonna start a fire. All right, y'all. So what we have here, we're gonna trim this up. We have a 9.5-pound pork shoulder bone in, and I'm gonna go ahead and trim up some of this fat on the back. All right, gang. Now that we got it trimmed up, and you can see I took just a bit of fat off. Some of it we'll leave on. What I'm using today, I'm using an injection Cajun injector, Creole butter. This also comes with an actual injector. And I just bought this at a local grocery store. So what you want to do, stick some of your injection aside, because we don't want to contaminate anything. And you can see it blow up a bit. Alright, y'all. Anyhow, be careful. This one does have like a hole in the middle of the needle too. And so you'll watch me try to figure this whole thing out. It's not the normal injector I use. That's the one that came with it. So it makes it a little bit difficult to suck up the juice. And it also makes it spray like a murder scene. I know, it still works. You gotta be aware of that. So after I managed to murderize my kitchen and got the pork butt injected every 1 inch or so, and on the sides and back, I went ahead and threw on some rub, and I'm using Richards River Dirt Sweet Rub, which I actually really love for pork. So I like that a bunch. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a liberal coating, flip it over, and do the same thing on the other side and all the sides. Now that we're in spring, I am gonna add a water pan too. Line my water pan with tinfoil so it makes for easier cleanups. Looking perfect. So I do want to keep it around that temperature. 227. I have all the vents open currently. Waiting for the coals to start up. We should be good. We got a long cook, to put it that way. Boom, and there we go. I went ahead and threw the pork shoulder on. We're rocking about 227, and hopefully we'll bring it back up to temp pretty quick. Unfortunately, it's windy now, but we'll do what we can. And all the vents are still wide open. Hey y'all, it's a little bit cold and windy. Temperatures kicked up on the grill to about 290. So I'm gonna go ahead and close down some of the vents. I do want a hot and fast because I don't want like a 9, 10 or more hour wait. I'm gonna go ahead and close some of the vents down. Make sure I buy it. I'm gonna go ahead and, so I do have some of this left, and I just took an empty bottle, stuck this on top. I'm gonna go ahead and baste this a little bit right now since it's been an hour. And after 2 hours, people, here we are. So I'm gonna go ahead and spritz it up. I got a 50-50 mix, apple cider vinegar and apple juice. Boom, there we go. It's only about 8 hours later. That's looking pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Look at that. That looks beautiful. We hit about 160, so we'll go ahead and wrap it up right now. So I just pulled it off. Now what we're gonna do is wrap it up a little bit. And what I'm doing right here is putting a little bit of apple cider vinegar, about half cup. Half a cup of water, tablespoons of honey. And a little bit of rub. And there we go, we're back on. I left the temperature probe inside. We're about 165 or so. And running pretty hot on the grill. So we're running about 300 right now. And I also did put in about a couple of tablespoons of brown sugar. All right, y'all. So we're about 8.5 hours in. I decided to crank it up a little bit. Threw in a whole bunch of lump charcoal. So we're running pretty hot. We're running about 330 right now. And internal we're running about 154, 160. So we hit the stall, just wrapped it up, threw it back in. We'll check with you in a bit. So as you can see, we're 8.5 hours in at 154 internal. After a little bit over 12.5 hours, that's what we're looking at. Sorry for the lighting. It's dark out there. But the bark looks fantastic. I did unwrap it, stuck it back on for a couple hours. So we're gonna go ahead and tear it up, meet you inside. And boom, there she is. The bark is amazing. We do have an amazing smoke ring too. It's probe tender. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up and rip it into pulled pork. All right, yeah, buddy. I'm gonna go ahead and dig in this whole thing. Let me get some forks and then we'll break it apart. But it is super moist. Tender. Hey y'all, so right now what we're gonna do for pulled pork, this is a great recipe. So what we're looking at right here is vinegar based sauce. I want to call it Carolina based sauce, but people from Carolina might take offense. What we're gonna do is put in a little bit of ketchup, some brown sugar, some smoked paprika, some black pepper, sriracha seasoning, garlic powder, a little bit of cayenne pepper because I love heat, some onion powder, my own version of salt, and this is hickory smoked salt, and then our main ingredients, which is white vinegar. So I'll put in a bit of that, and also put in a bunch of apple cider vinegar. So we'll stir it up, and it'll take about all of 30 minutes or so to whip up this barbecue sauce. And boy, it's real tasty on chicken, pork, you name it. Anyhow, meet you back. All right, y'all. So we're gonna add our ingredients. First of all, I'm gonna add our vinegar. Turn the stove on to kind of a medium high. So apple cider vinegar. Can I say that right? I'm gonna go ahead and add about 3/4 cup. And about the same thing of white vinegar. So we got that started. Next thing I'm gonna add is our ketchup. I'm adding quite a bit less of that. You can go more ketchup heavy. So I'm gonna add about half a cup of that too. There's about half a cup. when I heat that up. And your spices you can mix and match as you want. So you can make it your own. Like I said, this is definitely my own. But it's based on a vinegar-based sauce. Alright, Joe. So after that gets incorporated, go ahead and turn the temp down to low. From this point, it's kind of a matter of taste. Stop it. Alright, Joe. I know you're disappointed in me. I cheated on you. Instead of cayenne, I'm going to go ahead and crush red pepper. So once the vinegar and ketchup is boiled down for a little bit, we're going to let it simmer. Add a fair amount of that. A couple of drops of this Texas pea pepper sauce. Funny enough, it's not from Texas. It's from North Carolina. I don't know how they go in with that name. And add your own favorite mix. Add like a little bit of black pepper. About a teaspoon of that too. Sriracha seasoning, which I love. So this is going to be a bit of a spicy version. That's probably about a half a teaspoon. My hickory smoke salt. Add about half a teaspoon of that too. Onion powder. Go ahead and about half a teaspoon of that too. You can a little bit more. And you can increase or decrease this at will. And I'm going to be tasting that throughout. Garlic powder. Same thing. About half a teaspoon. Just stir it up. And if it does need sweetening, I'm gonna go ahead and add brown sugar or white sugar. And there it is, our pork shoulder all torn up. Boy, does it smell good. It smells smoky. It tastes phenomenal. And there's our sauce that we're gonna use for this. Go ahead and throw that in a bit. Hey guys, I toasted up some Hawaiian buns, which I love with this. There's our pork. Drizzled some sauce over the top. Made up a quick coleslaw, just a mayonnaise-based coleslaw, and there's our final dish right there. Hey Al, so now it's time for a taste test. We're gonna go ahead and take a bite out of our slider. That was good. Hawaiian rolls really bring out, like, I like the sweet of Hawaiian rolls. The vinegar pairs well with the pork. Richard dirt works real well too. As a winner. For sure I'll be making this again. And yeah, take care y'all. Pickles out. So it is spicy, but I love the vinegar sauce. I keep saying vinegar.